morning.
Good morning, Ruby. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic. How's everything at the house?
Well, it's cold.
Yeah, the weather's changing, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about you? How about you guys, your place?
Same thing. Little chilly, but I love this time of year, and I know you do because, I imagine you woke up, you got your coffee, you looked out the back door, you saw leaves, and that means fun.
Well, unfortunately, I haven't had my coffee yet.
Oh, okay.
My coffee maker is not up yet. Oh, she said she is. I just hear her.
Okay.
I am too.
So she actually makes your coffee for you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, do you just drink it black, or you put anything in it?
Black.
Me too.
That's the way I like it.
All right. Well, okay. Yeah, we're off and running. Did you see that story about the asteroid that NASA has diverted? Have you been following that story at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So way out in space, 7 million miles away, there's an asteroid. And it was no threat to the Earth to hit the Earth, but they wanted to see if they could move it in the event that they were ever faced with the possibility of one striking the planet,
Yeah.
So they sent up, a considerable amount of time ago, many months ago, an object into space that they could navigate, and they flew it into the asteroid at 14,000 miles an hour, and they were able to actually divert the path of the asteroid, proving...
Oh, my... Yes, I did hear that.
Yes.
I did hear that, but I wasn't paying attention to it. Wow.
Proving that we have the ability to save the planet if, in the event, we are faced with the possibility of an asteroid smashing into Earth and messing everything up for us.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. That's awesome.
Hey, the next time I see you, Dad, I have something to share with you. I have some show and tell. My mother, years before she passed, she gave me a box of little keepsakes, okay? Like things that I made when I was in grade school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And included in that, I have a letter from your boss in 1972 congratulating you on having a wonderful week in life insurance sales for Life of Virginia Life Insurance Company. Yeah, it's really great. And then I also have a speech that you wrote and typed on a typewriter because I guess you were speaking to a large group of insurance salesmen at like a convention or something.
Yes.
And I have your speech, your words that you wrote for that speech.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was very good. It was like a motivational speech that you wrote out.
I'll be darned. That is something. You have collected some great pieces of material. You know that?
Well, I actually, my mother did it, and she just gave it to me, and it's remarkable because she must not have known that it was in the box because I think she would have burned it.
Yeah, that's right. Crack Joanna up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was a period of time where I think she had a voodoo doll made of you. And she was.
And listen, don't kid yourself. Your mom and I had wonderful years.
Oh, yeah, I know, but yeah, absolutely. But there was a period when I think you might have been public enemy number one.
Yes, that's true.
So I also have in my possession, Life of Virginia they had like a newspaper, a publication that they would publish to their employees. And I have, you also... You received a lot of commendation from them because
yes, I did.
I have in 1968 or 1969 they actually made a print article of you and there's a picture of you, very young man, early 30s. I have it, and that's actually I have that And I want to show it to you. I have several copies.
Yeah, I would like to see that, honey.
Yeah, I can't wait. Next time I come see you, I will bring all those keepsakes.
That'll be great.
And share that with you. So I just...
Wow.
And
I'm proud of you for actually paying attention to this kind of thing.
Well, I didn't actually, because I've had the box for years and I've never really gone through it. And then I just did the other day. I go, oh, my God, my dad would love to see this stuff,
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Well, I'm bringing you out for the shower, Ralph. You're going to stay with him.
Yeah. And you're going to be here very soon. You and I get to hang out. Me, you, and Kevin.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't remember, but Jackie...
I was just thinking.
Well, Jackie is having a shower for her wedding.
Oh, okay.
And Joanne and Elizabeth and Sue are coming out, and you are coming too, but you're not going to go to the shower. You're going to hang out with me, and we're going to go to the strip bar.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Me, you, and Kevin are going to go to the strip club.
Well, there you go. You make the day then.
Yeah, all right. All right, Dad, I have a question from a very dear friend named Stevie, and she says, hello, Ruben. I am painting a room in my home. Now, Ruben, the color on the walls is different from the color on the white ceiling. She asks, do you have any tips for not getting any of the dark paint on the ceiling?
Tape it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Like you just...
That's simple. Just put a piece of paper, tape, that peels off easily.
Yeah.
All around it. And, but still, do it with care.
Yes.
You don't get paint around.
I think that if you tape it, not only do you tape it, but you got to make sure you get right on that line, because if you get over it too much, it's going to look wonky. You got to make sure it's straight and sharp, that line.
Well, there's one other way. A very stiff, large piece of cardboard that you put it against a wall to where the paint can meet it. And paint while you're holding it with one hand, and paint with the other hand.
I've tried that too, and sometimes it gets a little wonky.
It gets out in the crevices.
I think the first way is the way to go.
You're right. Taping is the very best thing, but the only thing is when you're going to peel it off. I'm trying to think. You got to let it dry before you peel. Well, no, when you let it dry, you can peel the paint with it.
Well, yeah, but
usually the paint can, do that.
I just did this not long ago, and as long as you get that thing off a couple hours after it dries, I think you're fine. And if it does peel paint off, you can just touch it up. I think that's the way to go.
Touch it up again, right? Good idea.
All right, let's see here. Randall writes, Meathead, I love candy. Okay, he's a fan of candy, he writes. He loves candy called Circus Peanuts. Those are those orange things. Necco wafers and candy corn. He says, what are your favorite kinds of candy? Is there any kind of candy from your childhood that you cannot get here in the U.S.?
Not really, as far as that goes. But the one thing that I do recall, we were not allowed to have too much candy when we were growing up.
Yeah, I imagine candy in Iran would be like a rock dipped in sugar.
I didn't know anything about candy when I was in Iran. I learned all about it in America.
Yeah,
I did.
I can picture how, your eyes would have lit up when you got your first piece of candy here in the U.S.
Well, yes, it did, but we were really not into. First of all, we didn't have the money to get candy.
No.
And then whatever we did was very minute.
Yes, boy, man, I tell you what. I can see why you love America so much.
Oh, my God. Hey, let me just explain what my breakfast was consisted of.
Uh-huh.
Unless I've already said that to you before.
Well, I don't remember. Take us through it. Was it leaves and grass clippings?
No. A cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
And a slice of bread.
For breakfast?
That was my breakfast, to eat that and go to school.
Boy, I don't know how you can learn with that much hunger in your belly. I mean, when you go to school, do they have like a school lunch program or anything? Maybe give you maybe a couple.
The school was when 12 o'clock came, you went home, and 2 hours you stayed home and go back to school again for another 2 hours.
You got a 2-hour lunch to go home?
Yeah, you get 2 hours.
Okay, and then did Grandma feed you then? Were you allowed to eat food?
We eat at home, whatever we had, and we take a nap.
Well, what was typical for lunch? Maybe some dog?
No. We had leftovers. Usually a lot of it is bread and butter, honey.
You guys love your bread and butter there in Iran.
Well, we didn't have anything else.
You didn't have anything else, yeah. All right. John writes, Dear Meathead, snow is coming. I plow snow with my tractor, and it's very cold. I don't have an enclosed cab. So I wear a lot of winter clothes to stay warm. If I get a cab, it's going to cost me $7,000. Should I keep plowing without the cab, or should I suck it up and buy the cab?
No, just do it by hand. No.
So
I just do it by hand.
Right, but he's got a tractor, but he wants to know if he should make it so that he doesn't have to freeze.
Well, what's wrong with it? If you got a tractor, then what's the problem?
Well, yeah, he's complaining. I think he's going soft. You know, I mean, yeah, he's got a tractor, but he gets cold when he's sitting on a tractor, so he wants to make it so that he can do it in the warmth. You know, like it would basically be like your lawn tractor you have at home with a plow, and then you would attach a device where you can stay warm.
Yeah, we had that as far as that goes. But then again, we didn't really. I don't have any issue with it.
Yeah, $7,000 for that? That's ridiculous.
No, I would not have that kind of tractor.
No, suck it up.
What I had was just a Mickey Mouse type of thing.
You had a Mickey Mouse type of thing.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you know, I never spent that kind of money for that stuff. And ordinarily, at the point that I am doing it currently, is all I have a very long driveway. I just do it by hand.
Yeah, I know.
And I at age 88, that's not a big deal.
Can you tell me? Side note: the day you started to add the term Mickey Mouse to your repertoire, do you recall the first thing you described as Mickey Mouse?
No, I don't know. It just came naturally.
Yeah.
I don't know what country it came from.
Yeah.
But it did come from.
If I'm understanding correctly, something that's small and not that effective is Mickey.
Mickey Mouse means to me some cheap item.
A cheap item is a Mickey Mouse item.
It's a Mickey Mouse thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Very good. Okay. Moving on, Dad. Jason writes, Meathead, you are the highlight of my week.
Hi, Jason.
And he says, I wish more people had your old school approach to life. When I see men wearing sandals, flip-flops, or Crocs, I lose respect for them. This type of footwear is only for women, or when you are
I agree.
Or when you are at the beach. What do you think of men wearing sandals, flip-flops, or Crocs?
I never liked that on men.
Yeah.
If you're at the beach, first of all, try to be in an area that doesn't have too many abrasive, pointed metal, stones and rocks and all that. But barefooted was our way.
No shoes. No shoes at all.
No shoes at all.
All right, I'm writing this down. Try not to be in abrasive areas, you said.
Yeah. Of course, we really didn't have any beaches. I mean...
You had landmines.
Joanne said you had landmines. Yeah, what happened to Vaha? He stepped on a mine.
Let me just tell you, our excitement in life. I had 2-3 guys, cronies that were buddies of mine. Somehow or other, I don't know how it happened, I got a hold of a 3-wheel, I don't know what we call them. A vehicle. Not a vehicle, it's a hand type of a thing. Not a car.
It's like a
wagon.
Like a wagon.
That's what it is.
All right, yeah.
3-wheel wagon. I don't know where we got it. Joanne thinks that I stole. I don't know.
Probably.
Oh, no, not drove. This was a wagon.
Yeah.
And then we had it on. I don't know how I got it, but we had a lot of hills. I had it on top of this hills. It stayed there all the time. And me and my cronies would get up there and get it on there. Two of us will push the wagon wheel down the hill, and one guy would be sitting in there. Often enough, that thing tipped over.
Wow. Boy, you're lucky.
It was going down.
You're lucky you're not dead. That's probably
No, the hill had nothing but good soft dirt.
Oh, yeah, I know it, but I can just imagine you tipping on you and smash into a tree.
That was and we don't even know how we got a hold of the wagon. I thought it was a very expensive looking wagon.
Yeah, there's some guy in Tehran like, my God, these bastards stole my rock getter.
I don't know, and we lived in a village lake.
Oh, I know. And you guys, I've heard so many stories. I mean, the problem is the people where you live, nothing could be done because you had the police eating out of your hand because of your silver.
Right across the street.
Yeah, the silverware.
Yeah. Yeah, and the American guy would always come around.
Yep.
The American guy would go to the police department. He always had some kind of issue. And they always needed a plate and a fork and all that. And the cops would be coming up because hey, we need some plates.
If you weren't there with the plates and silverware, they would have starved.
They probably would.
They owed you. That's why you ruled the school, is because of the plates and the silverware.
Life was so great out there,
Great
Especially
life.
when at a young age, you got a lot of pull.
Yeah, I know it. You were like the leader of the gang.
And that's just great.
Rob has a question. Dear Meathead, I was wondering if you had any tips on how to keep my chainsaw chain sharp. I was using it recently, and it was so dull it would barely cut at all.
Well, the only reason that thing gets dull is because you use, and you don't sharpen it.
Yeah, you gotta
sharpen that.
Always have a sharp.
Got to be sharpened. And it doesn't cost a whole lot of money to sharpen it, unless you want to buy one of the apparatus and sharpen it yourself.
Some people, use like a file and they do it there. But I've seen videos of that. There's no way I could do that, and it seems like
it's too many teeth to go through.
It's a pain in the ass. Just pay somebody a few bucks and have them do it.
But to sharpen is no big deal. You get that gizmo, put them on the table, and I got one touch. Zoop, that thing is done.
You always send yours out.
No, I sent mine out because I didn't have the mentality or the talent to do that.
Okay, as you said, I'm writing this down. You use that gizmo, and then but you didn't have the mentality to do it.
No, and the equipment. The chainsaw, you get it going, and you have to barely touch it. Just,
Right on, yep. Now,
otherwise, it'll eat up that whole thing.
We got another question about the chainsaw and going back to footwear. Josh says, Dear Meathead, my neighbor has been cutting down trees between our house here in New England. I've noticed that when he's using the chainsaw, he's wearing Crocs. I'm very concerned about his safety. Should I say something or would that be out of line? Do you have any insight on what you should wear on your feet when using a chainsaw?
Well, that to me is really playing with one hell of a problem. Walking around barefooted or you need to wear boots. Now, I see what you do when you start using that kind of stuff. You're really protecting yourself. I'm really proud of you doing that.
Yeah,
but it costs money, a lot of money to buy the kind of things you got.
I always use the utmost of protection. I have never worn anything inappropriate when using a chainsaw.
That's a great thing you're doing. I always looked at this, oh my God, why couldn't I be doing that? But then again, I never had the money to buy the kind of thing that you have.
You never would have used it anyway.
Joanne says I wouldn't use it, but I would have used it.
You hung like an ape with a...
But I'm in a rush.
I've got video.
I'm in a rush to do things.
I've got video with you wearing tennis shoes untied with no socks, really, really short shorts, so short it looked like your ding dong was going to fly out of them, and no shirt.
Well, yeah, hey, I was in a hurry to get it done. I ain't going to screw around with that.
Oh, my God. All right. Jimmy writes this, Dear Meathead, I just moved in with my girlfriend. All is good, except that when she goes number 2, it smells like rotten eggs and cabbage. She won't turn the fan on, and I don't know how to approach this uncomfortable conversation. Any advice before my face melts off? Thank you. Thank you, Meathead.
Well, first of all, I don't see what's wrong with you reminding someone, hey, listen, would you mind turning the fan on?
Or put some spray in there where she can see it.
Or going to Joanne, put some spray in there that constantly smells good.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something. It should be no problem to get that off your chest, right? If you can't.
The one thing I know, that girlfriend of hers should know one thing. As soon as she is doing her business, flush the toilet right away.
Exactly.
Right while she's doing it.
Yes, that is called a courtesy flush.
Yes.
I don't know why people don't do that more often. It gets rid of the waste.
Absolutely. So there's a little bit of water. If you're saving on water, well, you're a foolish person.
Get a new girlfriend.
Get a new girlfriend. I like that.
Joanne says get rid of the girlfriend.
Dad, when you were in Iran, did you have plumbing?
No.
So you have to go in like a can?
Listen, I'll tell you. Our toilet was about 30, 35 feet away from the house.
Oh, you had an outhouse.
Outhouse.
Okay.
That's what we did. And wiped ourselves with newspaper.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Yes. Newspaper.
Wow, you paint a picture. A tea for breakfast with a piece of bread.
My breakfast now.
Well, that's the way it was.
And then, and then, holy craps, when you came to the U.S., you must have been like, this is a fairy tale land.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I didn't know what to do.
Travis writes, Good morning, Ruben and Joanne. I have a question. What is your opinion on people who leave refrigerators, boats, air conditioner units in their yard?
Never heard of that.
Well, you know, like Mastage's house on the way up north, when you drive by Mastage's, they got all that shit on the front yard. He says, is this classy or should they clean their yard up?
I think that's stupid.
Yeah, clean it up.
I mean, refrigeration and all that should be right within your reach every time you want it in your house.
No, I think it's like not functioning stuff that's kind of cluttering the front yard.
Oh, I get it. I think they're idiots doing that.
Yeah, leaving all their junk out there.
Oh, my God, they put it out there, they'll pick it up for some use of some kind.
Yeah.
Somebody get it.
You can get some money for scrap. Something.
Just get rid of it. Don't even look for money.
Yes, throw it in the dump. That's what the dump is for.
No, put it out there. Somebody will take it. Believe me, somebody will take it.
That's true.
It's out there, so there you are.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already out there.
Put it out to the road.
No, those are low-life people when they do that.
Nathan writes, Meathead, my daughter was in a fight at school. Another student tried to steal something out of her lunch. Although I'm proud of her for defending herself, how can I explain to her that someone stealing a piece of candy out of her lunch is not worth fighting over? So he says, I'm proud of her that she defended herself, but she probably shouldn't have slugged the kid because the kid took her lunch.
I agree with you. She shouldn't have done that. And then, in reality, if they were that desperate for candy, I honestly would buy a little bit of candy or so and give it to her. Here's some candy for you.
Kind of like make a friend as opposed to starting a fight is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
So you never know. I mean, she probably gave the kid a black eye, and now she's going to be in trouble.
And for what? A candy that's worth 12 cents?
Right. And, I think there's an old saying, you can get more flies with honey than vinegar.
Absolutely.
Have you heard that one before? I love that one.
So you give candy.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Hey, this kid probably never gets candy in his life.
Yeah, it's like you in Iran. When you come to the U.S., I bet you were stealing people's lunch all the time.
If you really want to embarrass her or put your point across, have her mom buy a bunch of candy, package it, and say, go over there, hey, I'd like to give you this candy.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Isn't that a great world when you do that?
Boy, you have come so far. It's remarkable. I mean,
my bases are the same.
I mean, there was years ago when if this happened to you, you would get a lead pipe and bash somebody over the head.
No, I was not that kind of thing. I'm really telling that with today's analogy of my personality. For today, what I am. I don't remember what the heck I was. I know one thing. I would never let anybody push me around.
Did you just say today is an analogy of your personality?
Yeah.
Okay. I got it. I know what you're saying. All right. Wow, man.
That's the way it is.
I took a lot of notes. Of course, I wrote down the term gizmo, Mickey Mouse. We talked about candy in Iran. Try not to be in abrasive areas if you have no shoes on. That's the big takeaway. And today is an analogy for my personality.
There you go.
Dad, so, okay, I think it's going to rain today, so you might be stuck inside.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I will. Well, I can end up in the garage.
All right. Do some putzing. I'm with you. I love that.
Yeah. I'll definitely spend some time in there.
Okay, well, you guys, I love you very much. Everybody loves you, too. You did a wonderful job, as always, and I looking forward to seeing you very soon.
Well, I appreciate your time given to us, Hadi. I really love you dearly, and I hope that we'll see you soon, huh?
Okay, Dad. And Joanne, you guys are the best.
Okay, dog.
Okay. Love you too. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.